So here's my thoughts about season 16, episode 2 of Housewives of Atlanta. And all I can say is it's real funny. And I got a love hate. I'm going to say this. I got a love hate relationship for Portia. Only because I didn't like that season when she was trying to make those accusations about Candy and Todd. And it ended up being a bunch of lies. And I think it's very funny that she's trying to call Drew on some lies and she be lying too. Both of them be lying. So I just feel like it's kind of weird. I do like I find it funny too, like this whole episode they talking about Rolls Royce, if you will. They talking about Kenya bought hers under the title. Then they talk in whatever year, and then they say Portia bought gifted from Simon right after the whole Shamia birthday. I think that was hilarious. But anyway, like I said, Portia shouldn't be calling nobody out about lying when she literally lied about Candy and her family for an entire. That was the whole storyline for her. So for her to be upset about Drew, who be lying. And I think Drew is definitely dealing with Dennis in an intimate way. But even if that's her business, but I understand what Portia's saying, like, girl, you reaching, and then you doing stuff with my company, you're reaching. So I understand what Portia's saying, but I just find it kind of funny. I also want to say that the new girls, I like the transparency of, I want to say her name is the one who was going through a divorce with the restaurant. I can't think of her name right now. I liked her transparency moment with her friend. But the conversations of this show just seem so forced. Like, you can definitely tell that they're on a show and that the girl that they're sitting next to is supposed to ask a certain question or a posing question or whatever, and they supposed to respond to it. You definitely know that these girls are girls that are either cool or that this is like, it's just like acting real, like, because it's reality TV. And to me, it's giving, it just doesn't seem authentic to me. Is it me or am I tripping? I'm not saying that we all know that reality shows are not real in some way or form, but I just feel like these conversations are forced. They're not like a natural, I don't know. I just feel like that's just across the board for reality TV, period. That's why I don't watch Love and Hip Hop no more. I stopped watching it when like Jocelyn and them got off like, and I'm talking about the Atlanta and just even New York. Like, I stopped watching a lot of reality TV because it's like, if I don't like you, I'm not gonna be around you. And also, I just find it just weird. Like, you could tell that people are trying to create an image because they know they're on TV. Before, it was like these were women that no one knew, and the image, they created this persona, and it was more authentic. But now, I just feel like everyone's acting. It's like even the girl Britt. No, is it Britt? Even the girl, I think her name is Britt. I think that's the one that Kenya went for. Or got kicked off the show for. Her talking and planning about buying a house with her husband, and he's like, they having this banter, okay? And he's just not interested, okay? She's like, yeah, because I'm gonna get pregnant, and then her mom comes down and is like, let's go to the sauna. Like, it just all seems staged and super fake. It's not authentic. And then the other lady, her husband, who was a basketball player, her husband just is not interested in the Housewives of Atlanta at all. He like, these are a bunch of fake and phony people. He's probably the funniest person on this season to me because he's not, he's not giving nothing. And if this is the last episode of Kenya, I'm sad. Because I also have a love and hate relationship for Kenya. Because I ain't like how Kenya back in the day would be pushing buttons and expecting nobody to react. Like when Portia about smacked her on the reunion because she had that freaking horn next to her and all that. So I'm just saying. I think it would be really sad to see Kenya off. I feel like Kenya gives that, like, natural housewives. Like, I feel like when her and Portia is talking, it don't seem like a forced conversation. It seems like these girls know each other. But these newbies, these conversations, they just seem so, like, fake. Just fake. They don't seem authentic or anything. Even the one who has the restaurant, her husband ended up taking, I felt bad for her story. But even when she's in the restaurant with a couple wine or whatever, and the guy's like, we ain't gonna be able to do it. That all seemed like stage too. We ain't gonna be able to, get the restaurant in time. And she's like, whatever. Just, we're gonna get it done. And I'm just like, this is too much. Like, y'all doing too much. So that's my thoughts about this episode. And I also want to say that Shamia's party finished off looking well. Also, Shamia is giving natural too, like authentic conversation when she was talking to her daughter's surrogate. I like kind of, I shed a little tear, to know that she was a surrogate and to have breast cancer, and like how they both were feeling guilty in a way, or trying to just like, cheer each other on, like, girl, it's not your fault, and girl, it's not your fault. I love that. It was very natural. But them newbies, they conversations in their house and even amongst each other, it just seemed fake. So bravo. Y'all might want to start looking back into grabbing the old people back. And I hate to be the one to say that, but you're going to have to bring the ones that, Nene. I'm glad Phaedra's back. Hopefully she brings that natural reality fakeness. We all know it's fake, but more natural, more authentic. I hope that makes sense. Am I the only one tripping? I also want to go back to Drew. Drew be giving real fake. It's like she put on her actress hat for the show, but she's very much someone else when them cameras not rolling. And I just want to speak on that just a little bit. She's always the victim. Always the victim. And then all of a sudden she turns into a thug. And then all of a sudden she turns into like, I don't know why anybody, the victim again. Or just like, girl, just fake. I can't do it. It is giving very dramatic actress award. And that's my thoughts, and I'm done.